rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the most, is Marky Saint. And every morning I get up and I am blessed to live my life. This time you're live from Utah. I've gone from Brazil to Las Vegas. Where else have I been? Man, I'm forgetting, and now headed to Minnesota. Check out that view. There are mountains shining. It looks like a goddamn Coors Light commercial. It's your boy Marky Saint, going live every morning. Blessed to live my life. I love my life. And yesterday I went to love my life even more because I went through a tragedy and I have some trauma and I needed some healing. And I went to a BU seminar. So if you would like to know more, please like, share, subscribe. And somebody's going to cue the intro. Boom. So, as I said, we shining out here. You know, we always shine out here. I always try. I do my best to be on time. You know, it's not easy to get over trauma. It's not easy to be positive. You know, I've been working this book this morning, The Lasting, can you see it? The Lasting Impact of Positive Leadership. And it's such a blessing. You know, it's hard to find positivity when things aren't shining. That's what we talked about yesterday. I'm not exactly allowed to disclose because I gave my word what went on in the seminar. People have the right to confidentiality just like I do. But what I will tell you is they didn't allow people to wallow in their stories. It was really cool. Before it got weird, it was really cool. And some of the questions that we have to ask ourselves about the patterns that we live, right? You know, a lot of people have a lot of hurt out there, you know. They have things going on with themselves that it's hard. Life gets hard. I'm not exactly healed from this abortion. I still get flashes. I still feel like my rights weren't considered in my life. It changed for the worse. But then my positive mind takes over and I see all the options of my life. You know, as I listened to people's stories yesterday, there's a lot of deep hurt out there. There's a lot of things that have traumatized people, and usually stemming from their childhood. You know, we all found a way to build this house in our head. And usually, like they said, it was built when you were 5, 6 years old. You know, you got the engineering degree of a 7-year-old, you know, and that's what we do. We do things that not exactly help us because our hearts are in a place that our mind isn't. And I don't want to be a robot and just have my head all in my success. It's not enough. I want love, you know, I want a family. I want to get along with somebody and do better by them. To do that, I am digging deeper into my own psyche. You know, when I do these shows, I'm thinking, this guy's got his ego. Plastic pocket challenge. This guy's got an ego. Well, I believe in myself. You know, I've been through some things and I could have chose to be negative. I could have chose to be hate-filled and decide not to be. Even when I was arguing recently and bringing up my anger management, that's not the life I want to live. Plastic pocket challenge. I want to live in my blessings. I don't want to squander them, you know. I want to heighten people, not hurt them. Over here at Saints Anarchy, we say heal over hurt, right? And to find healing, these people started punching chairs, man. They're on their knees punching chairs, and you're just like, geez, oh. Plastic pocket challenge. Geez, oh, man. Like, I wanted to get away from the hurt. I didn't want to punch people anymore. I didn't want to be around abuse anymore. You know, there's just a lot of angst out there, and I wanted healing, real healing, to not just feel good about the situation like a beer or something, but come to a conclusion, you know, and not even just logically, but a realization. I don't want to live in some cartoon world where I'm making up the ending. I wanted to make up my future. And over here at Saints Addiction, that's what we do. We turn a negative and turn it into a positive. What I've been doing is just cramming YouTubes, cramming seminars, cramming anything I can, books, to learn about me and my anger and my past and come to conclusions so it doesn't hurt my future. And all of us are guilty of this. I listened to it all that whole day yesterday, that we were all guilty of being hurt by our past. And hopefully, if you're on the show, you're being sober instead of diving into your addictions. But if you are, know that there is hope. You know, your boy over here is trying to be an ambassador for hope. I'll let you know that I am nobody's Jesus. You know, I'm an extremely flawed individual. You know, I've made a bunch of mistakes and errors and missed opportunities. And now that I'm journaling, it helps me to remember more of them. And I started reaching back to some of those people and apologizing to them. I want to be a teacher, a healer and a teacher, not just a teacher, not just a disciplinarian. And I found that in my ego, and people were like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? I've heard this so many times. That my self-confidence comes from, that's so cool. My self-confidence comes from putting in the work. You know, that kept stepping that in the seminar. Are you willing to put in the work? And most people aren't. They just want to be heard because it makes them feel good, but they don't want to actually put in the work to make it get done. So we have to actually write down what we want out of our situations. We actually have to put in some work to get out of our heads and get to a solution. And that's what I'm all about over here at Saints Addiction. I want to get to a solution. I wanted to get to a place in my life where I'm untriggerable, right? Where I'm blessed over stressed. Another Saints Anarchy shirt. That I'm a positive leader in the community, right? That I'm inspiring people instead of intimidating them. I heard a lot of that yesterday too, you know, maybe it's the beard, I'm not quite sure, but when I'm out here changing my negatives into positives, I share it because I have a plastic pocket challenge. I share it because I found a lot of people needed it, right? I might not be perfect. I'm actually not perfect. You know, I'm perfectly imperfect. And I prefer it that way, right? Like I said, I'm nobody's deity. I just do this show because I found some sort of peace in my life, some sort of semblance of happiness, and I think isn't that what we're all seeking in the end? So, with a calm mind, I can speak these truths. With a stressed mind, I've been as flawed as any individual out here. It's hard, you know, it's hard to be the best you can be, but that's the work that needs to get done. And that's the work that I'm putting in, and that's the results that I'm sharing. So, BU seminar, you guys did awesome. You know, these people needed the healing. It could have probably been less religious. I think it was not religious, but the people in there were so religious that it became religious. Like they kept saying the church, and I'm like, what church? Oh, you mean your religion? It's not just your church or the church, quote unquote, the church. And I'm like, I was very confused by it. But Mormons are confusing. Utah is confusing. I'm headed to Minnesota for some Kush brands. We got Kush soap, Kush lube. We got products coming out, you guys. So I'm moving forward with my life. I suggest you do too. You know, it's not easy to move forward, but forward is a good sense of direction, good choice of direction, I should say. And if you're going through it, try to make it to the other side, right? And everybody says that, you know, I'm going through it. Well, I hope you make it to the other side. I hope you get to see the light. It's always darkest at the end of the tunnel, but there's always a way. And where there's a will, there's a way. And that's on my heart from the start. It's your boy Marky Saint, Saints Addiction. And as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you give it to that person that needs it the most. That's why I do it. Just playing toys. I'm playing life. So big boys play with toys. Men play life. And your goal should be to play the game of your life better. So go be blessed, not stressed. Your boy Mark Saint. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao.